Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered about the stars that light it up? These glittering jewels of the universe are not only stunning to look at, but they also play a significant role in the cosmos. They are the celestial bodies that pepper our night skies, the distant suns of alien worlds, and the beacons guiding travelers throughout the ages. Stars are primarily composed of two elements, hydrogen and helium. Hydrogen forms the bulk of a star's mass and is the key ingredient in the nuclear fusion process that powers these celestial bodies. This process, occurring in the star's core, involves hydrogen atoms colliding and combining to form helium. This reaction releases an enormous amount of energy, causing the star to shine brightly. Yet stars are not born shining. They emerge from nebulae, vast clouds of dust and gas floating in space. Nebulae are like cosmic nurseries where stars are born. Within these fascinating celestial structures, pockets of gas and dust begin to collapse under their own gravitational pull. As they collapse, they heat up and condense, forming what we call a protostar. Over millions of years, this protostar continues to gather more and more material from its surrounding nebula. The pressure and temperature at its core increase until nuclear fusion is ignited and voila, a star is born. But not all stars are created equal. Some are more massive than others, some are hotter and some are older. These differences lead to a wide variety of stars, each with its own unique characteristics and lifespan. From dwarf stars that can burn for trillions of years to supergiant stars that live fast and die young. The universe is teeming with a rich diversity of these celestial objects, so the next time you gaze at the stars, remember you're looking at colossal balls of gas burning bright with nuclear fusion. Each star is a testament to the laws of physics and the grandeur of the cosmos. They're not just points of light in the night sky, they are the universe's glittering jewels. Did you know that stars, just like living beings, have a life cycle? Stars begin their lives in cosmic clouds of dust and gas called nebulae. These nebulae, scattered across the universe, are the nurseries where stars are born. When the conditions are just right, an area in the nebula begins to collapse under its own gravitational pull, forming a protostar. As the protostar continues to accumulate mass from the surrounding nebula, it heats up, and when it reaches a certain temperature, nuclear fusion begins in its core. This is the birth of a star. The star then enters its longest phase, known as the main sequence, where it burns hydrogen into helium for billions of years. But what happens when a star exhausts its fuel? Well, that depends on the mass of the star. Stars with smaller masses like our Sun become red giants as they start burning helium in their core into heavier elements. Eventually, they shed their outer layers and leave behind a white dwarf, a dense, hot core that slowly cools over billions of years. For stars with much larger masses, the story is quite different. These behemoths become red supergiants and go through a series of nuclear reactions, producing heavier and heavier elements. When they have exhausted their fuel, they can't support their own weight and they collapse under their own gravity, resulting in a supernova explosion. The remnants of this explosion can form a neutron star, an incredibly dense object, or, if the star was massive enough, a black hole, a point in space where gravity is so strong that nothing, not even light, can escape. So whether they end their lives as white dwarfs, neutron stars, or black holes, stars undergo a fascinating journey from birth to death. They start as a simple cloud of gas and dust, and their ends are as varied and unique as the stars themselves. In a poetic sense, stars live and die just like us, only their lifetimes span billions of years. Did you know that not all stars are created equal? Indeed, the cosmos is teeming with a plethora of celestial bodies, each unique in its own right. The diversity among these glittering jewels of the night sky is simply astounding. Let's take a moment to appreciate these differences, shall we? To begin with, stars come in various sizes. The smallest stars, known as red dwarfs, are a mere tenth of the Sun's mass and are so faint that they are virtually invisible to the naked eye. Despite their diminutive size, they're incredibly common, making up about 3/4 of all stars in the galaxy. On the other end of the spectrum, we have the blue supergiants. These celestial behemoths are up to 50 times the Sun's size and millions of times brighter. They burn their fuel at a furious pace, leading to short, spectacular lives that often end in supernova explosions. Next, let's talk about temperature. Stars are not all the same temperature, and this directly affects their color. Cooler stars are red, while hotter stars can be white or even blue. The Sun, for instance, is a middle temperature star, which gives it its familiar yellow hue. But stars don't always fly solo. Some come in pairs, known as binary stars. These stellar duos orbit around a common center of gravity, locked in a cosmic dance that can last for billions of years. Occasionally, stars even group together in clusters, creating some of the most breathtaking sights in the universe. So the night sky is more diverse than you might have imagined, with stars of all sizes and colors. Each star, from the smallest red dwarf to the largest blue supergiant, tells a unique story of cosmic evolution. The next time you look up at the night sky, remember, there's more than meets the eye in this vast, star-studded canvas that we call the cosmos. Have you ever wondered which star is the closest to us? It's a question that's intrigued mankind for centuries. As it turns out, the closest star to us isn't some distant celestial body, but our very own sun. Yes, our sun is a star. A glowing sphere of hot gas, primarily hydrogen and helium, that emits light and heat from a nuclear reaction at its core. Now, if we exclude our sun, the honor of being the closest star goes to Proxima Centauri. It's a small, low-mass star located in the constellation of Centaurus. It's approximately 4.2 light-years away from us. Now you might be thinking 4.2 light-years doesn't sound that far, but let's put that into perspective. A light-year is the distance that light travels in the vacuum of space in a single year. That's about 6 trillion miles, or 9.5 trillion kilometers. So when we say that Proxima Centauri is 4.2 light-years away, we mean that it's roughly 25 trillion miles or 40 trillion kilometers away. The light we see from Proxima Centauri today actually started its journey to us more than 4 years ago. So, in a way, when we look at the stars, we're not just looking into space, but also back in time. Our sun, in comparison, is just a mere 93 million miles, or about 150 million kilometers away. The sunlight we bask in, the light that gives us our daylight, started its journey to us just 8 minutes and 20 seconds ago. Isn't that mind-boggling? The distances in space are so vast that they're almost beyond human comprehension. We measure them in light years, not because it's a convenient unit of distance, but because any other measure would be too unwieldy. So even the closest stars to us are incomprehensibly far away. Do you know the immense power that stars hold within them? Each star, like our very own sun, is a powerhouse, producing an enormous amount of energy. But how exactly does this happen? Well, it's all thanks to a process called nuclear fusion. Deep within the core of a star, intense heat and pressure force hydrogen atoms to combine and form helium. This reaction releases a staggering amount of energy in the form of light and heat. This is the same energy that warms our planet and allows life to flourish. But the influence of stars extends well beyond our atmosphere. They serve as the universe's natural lighthouses, guiding travelers for millennia. Long before the advent of compasses or GPS, sailors would navigate the vast oceans using constellations as their guide. The North Star, or Polaris, has held a fixed position in our night sky, providing a reliable point of reference for those journeying towards the north. Stars have also played a crucial role in our understanding of time. Ancient civilizations, such as the Egyptians and the Mayans, meticulously studied the movement of stars. They noticed that certain constellations would appear and disappear with the changing seasons. This allowed them to create the first calendars, marking the passage of time and helping them plan their agricultural activities. So, while the night sky may look like a random scatter of twinkling lights, each star is a part of an intricate cosmic ballet, dancing to the rhythm of the universe. Each one is a beacon of energy, a guide for explorers, and a timeless clock for civilizations. As we continue to learn more about stars, we're beginning to understand their potential for future energy production. The same process that powers the sun, nuclear fusion, could one day be harnessed here on Earth, providing us with a nearly limitless source of clean energy. So stars are not just beautiful to look at, they are powerful forces that have shaped life as we know it. They are reminders of our past, our guides for the present, and the key to our future.